Hello, everyone. I cannot believe it has been 4 years since I left my job without a plan. So, first, I just need to thank everyone for your words of encouragement, your well wishes. Also, thank you so much for sharing your stories of how you were empowered and feel encouraged to leave your job that no longer served you or that was a toxic environment. So, I do want to start off with a quote, and I have some notes, so I'll just take a look at that for a second. And the quote is, "Our lives improve only when we take chances." And the first and most difficult risk we can take is to be honest with ourselves. So, I want to give you some reflection questions to support you with being honest with yourself. So, the first question is, what in this current moment do you desire the most? So if you had all the resources, all the money possible, what in this moment would you desire or desire to achieve or to do? Second, what are your true desires taking a back seat to? So whether that's bills, student loan debt like myself, let's say if you want to launch a business and you don't have the knowledge or the resources, are your true desires taking a back seat to those fears or doubts or bills are real? So I get it. And then the last thing I want you to reflect on is over the next year, what are three things you wish to accomplish? And it's my hope after you reflect on these questions that you really will take the steps or just even visualize what it possibly would look like if you actually fulfilled your desires. So I'm just going to do a recap of the last 4 years very quickly. So in 2018, I lived in Los Angeles, California. I'm a clinical social worker, and at that time, I had been in the field for about 8 years or so. I encountered, well, not encountered, but my burnout reached its peak, and I also was in an unsafe work situation where I did not get the support that I desired to feel comfortable remaining at that job. Therefore, I left my job without a plan. Well, the only plan was to focus on self care, and that's exactly what I did. So, self care for me looked like going to the beach, walks to the park, meditation, reading a lot of positive books, and then I discovered laughter yoga, and it changed my life. If you do not know what laughter yoga is, I will add a video in the comment, a link to the video in the comments. Shout out to Dorothy Coleman. So I would go to her home and laugh and experience joy with her family and other participants. And I decided that I wanted to get certified in laughter yoga. It was amazing. I was out of work for about a year, moved back to Baltimore in my mother's home. Yes, when you pursue your goals and your dreams, sometimes you have to take steps back. But I launched my business, Love Light Shine LLC. And I was doing laughter yoga in schools up until the pandemic hit where nobody was laughing. So I was out of work for a couple of months. And then last year I decided to close my business because, again, nobody was laughing, right? We were in the pandemic and didn't know what was going on. Still low key don't, but I digress. So I decided this year my heartstrings, my truest desires were pulling me back to relaunching my business. But this time, outside of laughter yoga, I wanted to provide trainings and workshops for people to be well and live well, for people to be more self-aware about how they're showing up for themselves or not showing up for themselves, and learn how they can heal, recover, and maintain their well-being through self-care practices. And that's exactly what I did. In March of 2022, I relaunched my business. I did webinars, Be Well, Live Well webinars for universities. I was on a radio show 2 times talking about stress and how to overcome stress. Most importantly, I was a presenter for the NSAW, which is the National Association of Social Workers Fall Conference. And I did a training called Identifying Impairment in Colleagues, Interventions for Rehabilitation. Love speaking with my peers about not only how they could support their colleagues, but if they ever encounter professional impairment, how could they overcome that as well? And then it got better. I got invited to do a book collaboration with 6 other amazing social workers called It Takes a Village, Stories of Inspiration from Black Women in Social Work. It's coming out March 2023. Please save the date. If you're familiar with Chicken Soup for the Soul, this is the same kind of concept except for with social workers, but it's not just for social workers. It's for anyone who's experienced challenges, who experience maybe discrimination or unfair treatment in the workplace, people who experienced joy, people who took their passion and made it reality. This book is for you. And then I'm also a writer for the Wellness Collective magazine, and this is for social workers as well and people in the human service field, helping them with wellness techniques and also resources. So a lot of amazing things happened in this year alone, but most importantly in the last 4 years. As you see on this quote on the back, I kept the plan in motion. Shout out to Courtney Robinson. She gave it to my cousin. She gave it to me. And I just kept on getting back up. It has not been the easiest last 4 years. I'm actually going to do a follow-up video with the 3 Ps. So that is positivity, preparation, and perseverance that supported me throughout this time to keep the plan in motion, to be well and live well myself. This is my meditation room. I come in here all the time and I'm able to restore. I'm able to recharge and rebuild. So please, please, please stay tuned. I am looking forward to hearing your updates as well. And look forward to the next video. Bye.